Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Well, Larry, we are live now. Give a few seconds here. Hang in there right quick.
Don't be shy, y'all. Come along, come on. We're here to have a good time, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get a little housekeeping stuff out first, and then we're gonna really jump into having the fun. But hey, that's what it's all about. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say good evening, everyone. I'm Jack, and welcome to another edition of the Let's Talk Show here on UrbanCast. Before we begin this evening, I want to acknowledge and speak from my heart tonight about a scene I covered earlier today. The scene was extremely stressful and emotional, involving a man who clearly was struggling from mental health issues or substance abuse or both. When I got back in this evening, I reviewed some of the comments made afterwards. Many were deeply concerning. Many were concerning. But statements like y'all wasted taxpayers' money on this fool, 12 feet and he would have lived. I would have encouraged him to jump and try a taller building. It reflects a lack of compassion that should worry all of us in our community. You could feel the intensity, the pressure, and the focus of the first responders on that scene, though. They work to preserve life. Because of that is what they are trained to do. And they did it today with professional. Without a doubt in my mind, these guys, you can see it in their eyes how intense they were on saving this person's life. So tonight, UrbanCast want to send a clear message. Compassion matters. Human life matters. And we thank every single first responder that was out there on that scene today. The fire departments, the police departments, the EMTs, all of them. And if you provided a support role out there today and you're not a first responder, we thank you too. Now we're going to go ahead and shift some gears to something more fun. We're excited to welcome a familiar face with us tonight, an electrifying voice, that world of wrestling and entertainment, Larry Lightning Martin III, the high energy announcer for the United Wrestling Entertainment Group.
Live, large, and in charge, and taking over UrbanCast right now.
All right.
In case you didn't know, my name's Lightning Larry Martin, and I am the voice of the United Wrestling Entertainment. And it's always so much fun to be on UrbanCast. It's one of my favorite places. I support UrbanCast.
All right. We appreciate that. We definitely. Larry, thank you for joining us as well as we get ready for tomorrow's big event over in the big booming metropolis of Ball, Louisiana. So let's jump right on into it. Larry, tomorrow is shaping up to be a huge night in Ball. I've seen Mark Mercer. He's been sharing y'all's posts constantly, to the point where I had to send him a message this morning and say, "Hey, Mark, you're really pumping up Ball over there." Mark tries to make sure everybody know about Ball, Louisiana. So I'm gonna talk about him tonight, and so y'all can go back and tell Mark Mercer, the city councilman over there, that Jack's talking about him. But he's very proud and he's ready for y'all to show up on tomorrow. What should folk expect and fans expect tomorrow from this high voltage event over in Ball?
Usually I would tell you that expect something different. But actually, you know what? That's not the fact. You're gonna expect to see the exact same thing you see every time you come to a UWE show, and that is high energy, family fun, professional wrestling from the greatest wrestlers in Louisiana and all over the United States. Our guys travel all over. They work for different federations. They do great things, for their community and for, any community we go to. The fact that we're going to a community like Ball, Louisiana, is something special to me because it's a smaller town that wants entertainment. They want this, it's great that a councilman would get behind us, and it's that fact of that every time we're in a different city, every time we're in a different town, these leaders of this of these towns, they love us because
Hmm.
we provide something that they usually don't get.
Right.
Unfortunately, in the world of media, which you know of, and
Hmm.
in the world of politics, it's hardly ever positive. You
Hmm.
know, so if a councilman can put their name on something they did, like United Wrestling Entertainment, it looks
Uh-huh.
great, right?
Yep.
Because we bring such a positive message and great energy everywhere we go.
Well, I tell you that that family fun is certainly on par. We got some clips, and the kids that were in the audience were just, I mean, they were into it. I mean, it's thumping their feet. I mean, they were just really into it, more so than their parents were. So it was,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes, like I've seen before, I've seen kids get so into it, and some, we don't have some of the greatest guys. You got some mean guys come out there, and kids want to shake their hands, and the guys, some of the guys are just like, no, I don't like kids. And then the dad wants to get involved, like, hey man, why you didn't shake my kid's hand? He's like, I'll tell you,
Yeah. The community in ball always brings big energy. They have the Moon Pie Festival over there in ball. What makes this crowd so special doing a live wrestling show? What you think is going to make that just really special for the town?
Well, the fact that professional wrestling itself is making a comeback
Hmm.
in Louisiana, and in my view, I think we had went a long time, which me and you last interview talked about when you were younger and go and see professional wrestling in Alexandria.
Right, right.
I think we're bringing that back for people of your generation and the upcoming generation.
Hmm.
And we're not just providing the entertainment. United Wrestling Entertainment, Pro Wrestling Academy of Louisiana exists. We are building the new entertainers of the generation, and not just the fan base.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Because I remember the Coliseum used to be full. It was not a a little small thing. It wasn't in the annex. It was you were paying for various tickets to get closer to the floor so you could
Right.
see it right up, man. It was really something.
That was some good old JYD days, man.
Junkyard Dog, huh?
Yeah.
United Wrestling Entertainment continues growing. Why is community involvement so important to the promotions? Why is the community involvement you believe is really important?
So for me, as I've mentioned before in other interviews, is I was that kid.
Hmm.
I was that kid that Randy Orton passed by and I got to touch his arm.
Hmm.
And I was that kid that watched all these pro wrestlers as I come up, and at times when things might have seemed like they weren't that great, I know pro wrestling was always there for me. If somehow, if I'm blessed enough to maybe pass that type of energy down to the next person, and sometimes it's not always a kid. I know as an adult now, if I have some struggles, I know there's always pro wrestling that's there for me. Whether it be, of course, the promotion I work for now, or it be the bigger guys, the more mainstream guys. It's something that really meant a lot to me, and for us as a group, I mean, UW is a big family. We love each other, man. We do a lot with each other and for each other. And all
Hmm.
these guys mean a lot to me. And for us to be able, as a crew now, to give back to these communities, and to these small places that need this, just like we need them. And so fan involvement, it's a lot, man. It's a lot, because if no fans, then we're just wrestling for nobody.
Right, 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 right. And the other important thing about it is when you just think about the idea that the small town itself is saying, "Hey, come, we welcome you." That's also meaning, people coming into Ball are going to buy food, grow, pick up something here, there, and the other place. You know what? The town going to earn some taxes. You know what I
That's
mean?
right, man. I'm actually glad you mentioned that. That everywhere we go, the the venue or the town always makes a a money profit off of whatever they do. I know for me personally, that's not a goal for me personally. Money isn't the thing that drives us in the UWE. We are driven by the community reaction. We're driven by the love of what we do. Period.
Mhm.
But I can say we wrestled May 17th. We had a show in Hesmer, Louisiana, and earlier that day, I was walking in the front where the concessions were going to be sold, and I looked over, and they had X amount of concessions being put together to be put up to be
Mhm.
sold that night. And I asked the lady, I said, "Ma'am, is that all y'all have?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we've had 5 cases of water and never sold out." And I was like, "You ain't never had us over here either." Um, and I remember at intermission time, I walked back up to the front, and the lady wasn't there. And I asked the guy that was working. I said, "Well, where did the lady go?" He said, "Well, she had to run to Walmart to get 10 more cases of water because we ran out." I said, "I told you, I told you."
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, but that's a, you think water, but you think all of the other things that went along with water. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Now I know sometimes y'all like to be a little hidden, but I'm gonna ask this question anyway. There's some heavy hitting matches planned over there because which match do you think gonna steal the show tomorrow night? Can
As
you?
soon as I walk in the ring, I'm the show stealer, huh?
I'm
There's no
trying.
reason to
I'm
wait.
telling you, I'm gonna keep trying, man.
Hey, there's no reason. There's no reason to wait for a wrestler.
Uh-huh.
You can get electrified and excited way before the wrestling starts. Okay, you're not
Okay.
gonna get it out of me, Jack. I'm not
I'm gonna,
telling you
I'm gonna,
anything.
I'm
You
gonna
want to
tell you, I'm gonna keep
you
trying.
want to know who's wrestling? You better show up, and I ain't saying another word on it.
Fans love discovering new talent. Which rising stars should the audience keep their eyes on?
Man, what rising star shouldn't they keep their eyes on? Support everybody in the UWE. United Wrestle Entertainment is our website, and on there you can find our official roster. And I mean,
Mhm.
we have guys. We're talking about Cowboy Cliff Rogers, one of the greatest in ring talents.
Mhm.
Ricka Wildley, one of the greatest in ring talents. Of a fan favorite. Gluttony is a new one on our list. He's been through about 5 or 6 UWE shows, making a mark all around the United States right now. But Gluttony's somebody to look out for. X Storms, of course. Punk Sinister.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, Dapper Dan, legendary Dapper Dan. I mean, yeah, look, not to brag. I mean, I am happy to be part of UWE, but we are in the UWE Wrestling Academy. We are trained. Our head trainer is Dapper Dan. I'm just
Mhm.
a legend of the industry.
Yeah, let's go on a tangent right here. Let's talk about the school real quick before we get
Yeah,
back to the
sure.
point. So, I mean, that was a good segue into it. You say Dan is one of the trainers. Tell us a little bit about the training academy that's right here in Central Louisiana.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So the United Wrestling Entertainment Pro Wrestling Academy, excuse me. Oh yeah, that's what you want. Your announcer slipping. The
Mhm.
Pro Wrestling Academy of Louisiana. It is located in Central Louisiana. It's a program to teaches you how professional wrestling works, not just on the wrestling side of it, but on the character side, the talking side, which we call promos in the world of professional wrestling.
Mhm.
It teaches you how to get out there and put yourself out there, not just to wrestle, but to be a wrestler. It's just a different world. I mean, not it's not for everyone,
Mhm.
but it's for anyone to try for sure. I mean, the Pro Wrestling Academy has the graduates like Ricka Wally is a graduate. Cowboy Cliff Rogers, all these people I just named
Mhm.
previously, X Storms, the Groovy King Eddie Love, Logan Wade was a graduate, was the first class graduate,
Mhm.
and just, these guys are coming from being fans to they were built in
Mhm.
this academy, and now they're living their dreams, running the world, living their dreams.
Right. Storylines drive wrestling. What rivalries are or arcs will reach a major moment during tomorrow's event. I remember the first one I went to, one that was here, and it really got deep, and it really, the guy with with the long black trench coat, and the guy that looked like the Joker, and all of these guys. I mean, it looked like there's some serious, intense situations going on here. So, anything in particular? Go.
So, you know, I want to just talk about this one particular what you would call storyline. One of the greatest rivalries I'll say that has been in the UWE is the story of UWE light heavyweight champion Ruthless Devontae Adams and the
Mm-hmm,
Barker of the Bazaar Ricker Wadley.
mm-hmm,
These two have met many times and have some of the greatest matches you will ever see.
mm-hmm.
They cut, they talk really good and really bad about each other. Um,
Okay.
Hey, if I could recommend any match to go watch, if you just like, oh man, I'm thinking about going this weekend, or maybe I want to check it out first, look
Mm-hmm.
up any match with Rico Wadley and Ruthless Devontae Adams, and that right there will sell you. You will be at my show tomorrow. That is a fact.
Your announcing style is high energy. How do you? I'm gonna ask you this a question again because I think I threw that one at you last time. How do you mentally prepare for this thing? Because
Oh,
when I watched you the last couple of times, I mean, you just really get into it. And I'm like, what is brother? Where you coming up with this stuff?
yeah. My energy from this is the 5 year old child watching professional wrestling and growing up and saying one day this is gonna happen. And I just take everything that I wanted to do in life and I push it out every day.
Mhm.
Every opportunity I get to be Lightning Larry, I'm giving it everything. Again, I've mentioned this before too. My Lightning Larry is based off of a guy named David Hardy, Dynamite David Hardy. He
Mhm.
is the announcer and the voice of AKA American Combat Alliance.
Mhm.
Um, he's my guy, man. I look up to David in every way I can. I study his announcing. He's um, one of the greatest voices, but he's one of the greatest high energy announcers you'll ever see in your life. And a lot of my energy and my motion and what I do comes from David Hardy.
Let me ask you this. The one thing that I saw, my observation is, and it was even as I was a child, but the family safety is always key at a wrestling match. You always see parents and the kids, and the kids, doing their thing. And how is it just that it's just built on being a family friendly environment? But how do y'all make sure that the atmosphere just stays safe for everybody?
Well, like I mentioned a few times, we were all fans before we were what we are now, and
Mhm.
I remember as a kid, anytime you're in something bigger than yourself, you always get that little niche to, like, oh man, this is a big place. I remember walking into the Alexandria Coliseum when I was a kid, and just the room, I was like, whoa, it kind of
Mhm.
makes you nervous. And
Mhm.
then you have these larger than life characters, these larger than life guys. The Big Show,
Mhm.
500 pounds, 7'2", walked past me at 5 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, dude, look at the size of this dude. That's enough to make put a tingle in your belly. I'll tell you what. But you have good nervous and you have bad nervous.
Mhm.
I want to bring the good nervous. I want these kids to be excited, not scared. And that means a lot to us. We don't
Mhm.
want to put out a scared vibe. We want them to be
Mhm.
excited.
Mhm.
The fact that they can watch entrances and listen to the music and see the guys be about to do their big move. It's just the excitement that comes from the stuff and everything that we do. And that's how you keep the kids locked in and you keep the parents locked in as well.
Somebody by the name of Gluttony, the my eyes are going a little bad. Did you see that message that I just popped up there?
Oh yeah, did somebody say family? Okay. Okay,
You
look,
know this
before
person?
before anything else goes south, let me just say, when I say family, I don't mean family affiliated. I'm sorry, Mr. Gluttony, if I've offended you in any way. By the way, in his comment, he's talking about the family affiliated, which he is part of with the great Rick Wadley.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All
Hey,
right.
don't say anything bad about the family.
All right. All right. Listen, for people who've never experienced a live wrestling, why is tomorrow the perfect event to start with?
Every day is a perfect time to start. You
Uh-huh.
can right now get on YouTube, look up the United Wrestling Entertainment, look up anything we do. It is awesome. But anyway, live, large, and in charge is what the UWE is, and nothing beats a live event, especially the United Wrestling Entertainment. It's
You know,
not something you want to miss.
I bet Mark. I'm gonna call Mark name again out right quick. But I bet Mark would say, Ball is the place to give because it's a great community and all that kind of good stuff. I'm pretty sure he'll throw all of that. He and the mayor over there, they definitely would be talking about Ball as being the number one place to be on tomorrow. Finally, where can fans get tickets? How can folk go ahead and get their tickets tonight if they want to get their tickets?
So if you want to get your tickets right now, I just mentioned the www.unitedwrestlenentertainment.com is our official website. You can find our official roster and upcoming shows and ticket sales right there. Buy your tickets online. I do not believe there's any fees,
Mm-hmm.
and you come, you get them scanned at the door, and come on in.
Oh, come on in. All right. Larry, is there anything else that before we get ready to get out of here, is there anything that we didn't cover that you think you need to throw out there to the community?
As always, I'd just like to tell everybody United Wrestling Entertainment is a family friendly event. We care very much about the community, any community we're in. We care very much about the children. We want to grow the next generation of professional wrestlers. So, not only do we want you to come watch the show, but we want you to join our family as well. And you can do that by liking on Facebook and sharing all of our stuff. You can also become part of our family by checking out the United Wrestling Entertainment Pro Wrestling Academy of Louisiana. And come join, come give it a shot, man. You know that dream is right there. It's right there, and all you have to do is grab it.
Grab it. I hear you. Lightning, I definitely want to thank you for joining us tonight and giving us a preview of what's promises to be an incredible night of wrestling in Ball, Louisiana on tomorrow evening. We appreciate your energy and dedication to the sport. To our followers, thank you for staying connected with UrbanCast, and we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Sattlers Towing, Long Products, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, United Wrestling Entertainment, and Nader International Market for supporting this platform. It helps to bring shows like this that we're talking to you right now. I'm Jack, and this has been the Let's Talk show here on UrbanCast. We appreciate you. We appreciate our community. And once again, thank you to the first responders who worked tireless today under immense pressure. Let's continue leading with compassion. We'll see you tomorrow, Larry. Hang on in. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Just hang tight, man.
I got you.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.